Alright. Put this here. Okay. Why is the thing not... Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, actually, is the thingies activated before I do anything? Is this still on I said F11. Thank you. Okay. I need the RA guide up. Not guide, the because I know there's a missable achievement on this case, but I think it's day 2. Can I just check if this is working? Also, hello Goober, I do hope you're doing okay. I don't know if you saw my message, my DM by the way. What was the command I made for this? Okay, there we go. So it does work for that, and then what was it? Okay, yeah, cool. Oh my god, that finally fucking works. But Goobs, I do hope you're okay. Got significantly hotter all of a sudden. Yeah, that's what happens when you walk in, isn't it? That is what happens when you walk in. You know what's funny? I think this is spreading because my stomach's also started kind of getting a bit funny, by the way. I started stream, I was like, you know, I actually need to be right back to the bathroom, so just give me a moment. Also, to be fair, I think all this coffee I'm drinking is kind of not helping either. I should probably finish that off and get some water, but I do hope you're alright. Okay, I'm back. Also, I think I'm supposed to be getting a delivery today, but it's really late. They've said they've been delivering it since 10 a.m. So I don't know about that. But yeah, we're going to do some Ace Attorney today because I can't stream on Saturday and I'm not streaming Friday either, so... yeah. Ace Attorney it is. Oh my god, how'd I do this? Right. You feeling better at the moment? That makes me really happy to hear. I think I called because I forgot what the fuck I was supposed to be doing here, didn't I? Because I think we went everywhere and we had no idea what to do. And I was like, fuck this, I'm calling stream. Have I missed something like... Okay, no. So I think I checked everything here. Enjoy your looks, sweetheart. Maybe I'm missing something here. Meow. No. Because I mean, like, it's just the... Just this bit, isn't it? That does the redial thing. What if I do this again? There's no need to push this again. What's wrong? You look like what I do during finals. Never mind, there's nothing. Right, okay, because I thought he would have clocked on that it's his phone that's ringing, which actually... No, we already discovered that, didn't we? Okay. I already looked at this. I already looked at the knife. Is there something like underneath you? Oh? Hey, check it out. There's a metal plate here. Looks like the names for the previous recipients that's engraved on it. Wow, one guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. I guess he must have been a foreigner. Yeah, that's probably it. Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime. When she says his name does have kind of a ring to it. Okay. I actually thought I was onto something with that. I bet I'm gonna feel like an absolute fucking idiot when I realise what I'm missing. Let's see. I love it, you can't even actually like investigate it. Okay, so we've actually looked at like everything we can do here, so I don't know what the fuck am I actually supposed to do? I can't do... Shalana's not here, so I can't do anything there. Is that some... There must be something here I've missed. I've talked to Marshall about everything. Have I actually talked to him about everything? Oh yeah, so I've done this because you can do the text fast. No, so interested in that. I think I've shown Marshall everything as well. And that's how we figured out both Marshall and Angel Star do not like the prosecutor. I don't want to show this again to you again. Come on, show this again to you even. Okay. Doesn't care about the knife. Doesn't care about the ID card. This guy's obsessed with Texas. And obviously he's not going to care. I mean, I could try my attorney's badge. He's not going to give a shit about that, though. I see your badge. Looks pretty round. Our badge is a star. A lone star shining in the nighttime sky. A beam of light illuminating evildoers who come in the dark of night. Note to self. Evildoers are weak against starlight. Hey, that's a sheriff's badge. Okay, so no. That was an amusing conversation, but no, that did not help. Yeah, this is the part we find out the phone isn't working. We have to be missing something. Yeah, we've already viewed the car. We already viewed the fact that there's two parking lots. Viewed the body. I don't know which point Emma actually introduces her little science tools, because that'd be helping a lot right now. Yeah, we can't do anything here. We got a ladder. What about this door? Okay, so we can't do anything here. We can't do anything in Edgeworth's office that I know of. The only places the police are I feel like we're supposed to be able to go in here now. I feel like this is where we're supposed to go next. Hello, Pyramid, my friend. How are you doing? I do hope you're well. Are you feeling any better? Recovering? Well, that's good to hear. I do hope you fully recover soon. You feel better? That's good. I'm doing very well, thank you. I've got a bit of a dodgy stomach at the moment, though, which kind of just come out of nowhere. But I think it's because I've been drinking coffee, which... Not really. Like, I've been drinking coffee the last few days. I don't know why I'd play up that now, but... Yeah, I showed him everything, so what the fuck am I... This ID card belongs to the victim, Detective Bruce Goodman. You can do just about anything these days with a card and the right secret number. Scary. It's only scary because you keep dropping your card, Detective Gumshoe. I forget my secret number a lot too, it's scary. But I'm me after all, and what could be wrong with that? I think I'll stay out of this conversation. Okay, that was a new one. Because obviously it was a slow text, I must have missed showing him that. Okay. Aw, I'm sorry, Pyramid, that you gotta deal with that. It's horseshit. Pyramid, can I use you as a walkthrough right now? Where the fuck am I supposed to go, if you remember at this point? I think I've talked to everybody, shown everyone everything. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. I know there's a point that you should be going to Marshall's office, I think, but I don't know if I'm too early for that. Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white? No idea. Why? Well, I think they're designed after a panda. A panda? Not that I have scientific proof, it's just a theory. Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory? It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been at the zoo, see? What about zebras? Or do they not have those at your zoo? Okay. I think I did? Because I think there's a point he does tell you to go to his office, right? Oh, let me just go through this again. Maybe I've ticked all of it, but... Because I could have sworn he would have mentioned something about that. He gave me the autopsy report. Mentions they had nothing in common. Yeah, I gave him everything, I think. I can do it again, but... I feel like it's something to do with Marshall, but I just don't know, like, what, though. He's not going to say anything about the blue badger. Yeah, I did show him everything earlier. If I go through his text... Screen's cut off, is it? Oh, it is. Why is that? Can I do something with that? I don't know why that's doing that, but let me just check. RetroArch. Thanks for letting me know about that. Fit to screen. I know that's done that now. I don't want it to do that. Fuck. Stretch the screen? Yeah, but that still cuts it off though, doesn't it? Does it cut it off? No, it does. Oh, wait. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay, that should be better. The only problem is that it has that white bar at the top, and I have no idea where that's come from because that never used to be there. What if I do this? Did the screen get rid of that? No. Center the screen? No. So, yes, I don't know how you get rid of that white bar at the top, because that never used to be there, and all of a sudden it is. GG on second simp. I don't know if I should do like a leaderboard for second. But yeah, how's it going, simp? I do hope you will. Just to remind people, by the way, I have added the check-in system as well, and I do have it working. At last. I fiddled with it last night before I went to bed. Yeah, I don't know why. Should I just like manually? I don't like doing this, but I'll just manually. So Alt. There we go. Let's just do that. Wait, no, it's still got the white bit there. What's about? Oh my god. Is that out of stock? Oh my god. You know what I've done? You know, sorry. I know what I've done. Let me change that. I know what I've done. It's okay. I do apologize. Thanks for letting me know about that. I think I made it accident to only one person ever. Yeah. Try again now. That's gonna fucking... How do I get rid of that shit? I also made a command as well, called top check and then top first. As well, so there'd be like a top 10 of people that I wish there's I don't know if there's a way to get rid of for people have 0. There's probably like a command to get rid of that, but yeah. I was thinking down the line, like it'd be really cool if there's like a little loyalty system I could do. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be doing it anytime soon because I do need to get through my themes. But I was kind of thinking like if people do so many check-ins or so many first, they can like redeem a game for me to play. But I would actually have to get through all my redeems first to do that. So, but when I do that, I think that'd be pretty fun. Be quite interesting. Fuck it, I don't care about the white bar. I just want to play this game. I'll fix it another time. Yeah, so I'm gonna see if he says anything that... Yeah, so you find out that Gumshoe's been taken off. Damn, simp spicy. So this is all we found out. I don't... Let me check. I'm gonna actually look up a guide for this. Because I don't even know what to do. I bet it's so obvious it's gonna fuck me off. Oh my god, I missed a fucking note in the trunk of the car. How do you get that? Oh my fucking... Oh, I was like, I must have been a pixel off so many times. It's so annoying. I clicked everything but the trunk properly, I think. What's this? Is like a note of some sort. Look, something's written on it. You gotta flip it over. You're right, let's see. 67S 12-2. There's a name print on the paper above that, Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so what does it mean, Mr. Wright? Am I supposed to know? Note to self, with deductive reasoning goes Edgeworth, not right. Pyramid. I understood that reference. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what that means either. Goodman's note added to the court record. Yeah, so we need to show this to fucking everybody. So how we do, Mr. Wright? I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim and the cell phone. So you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana's confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma? Yes? I know that song your phone plays and it rings. What? Oh, that's her phone. I thought it was his phone. It's a Still Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids. The phone that just rang wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. A detective is murdered and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on in here. To be continued. Ba ba ba. I didn't realise we're so close to finishing the first day. Well, the first investigation day. February 23rd, 9:34 AM, District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Oh my god, she's so hot. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there's still a lot of grey areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big grey area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? Defense attorneys should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there's one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. My first try without Faye helping me. No one's going to bail me out this time. Damn, she's also hot too. I'll be alone in there, so I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. February 23rd, 10 AM. District Court, courtroom number 9. Usually it's like 1 to 3, I think. The court is now in session for the trial, Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. Flashback. I haven't been in court since Edgeworth's trial. It's been a while now. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I would choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness for life. There was a witness to a crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Miss Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. The cough-up queen. Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered a caviar lunch, right? Oh, caviar. I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down. Oh my god, I could go for caviar. Ah, for you, I have a fiesta bowl. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Hello, Savage. How's it going? It does feel wrong, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, gumshoe. I do hope you're well, Savage. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? Ah, and you, sir. Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Am I? Oh my fucking god. What day is it today? Shit. Hawks, I'm so... Hawks, I've had the roughest day at work. My head has not been there. Can you give me an hour? An hour and I'll be with you. I am so fucking sorry. I completely forgot I was doing BO3 with you today. Oh my god. My head. I need a secretary. I need a personal assistant. I need someone to get my head together. Because, like, oh god, I told Goob I was going to watch some Fallout of him as well. So I can still do that after we boost. if he's up for it anyway. But yeah, give me an hour if that's okay. And I'll be there with you. Is that all right, Hawks? I'm so sorry. I completely forgot. I just... Yeah. I've just been having a really rough one at work, so it's kind of fucked my brain up. Thank you for reminding me, though, Hawks Corner. I do hope you're doing well, by the way. I mean, if you're not doing too well, I'm sorry to hear that, Savage. No, Hawks, we'll do BO3 today. Like, I'm honestly just so sorry. Just like I said, I was only gonna do a short stream with this anyway, and I was gonna like chill out with him after BO3 anyway, so it's not really a biggie. It's not a biggie at all. I do hope you're doing well, by the way. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar tastes like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now. Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Miss Edgeworth? Savage. I'm doing good. Yeah, it's just oh, my brain's just been all over the place. Like, work's been like horrific because I explained this like yesterday, but like there's a lot of people off work. But there's a massive fucking big meeting going on with one of our clients on Friday. I've basically just been running around like a headless chicken doing my boss's job, essentially. And trying to do my normal job as well. So it's been like... So like I'm doing okay, but like a bit like overwhelmed, you know what I mean? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. Prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Hurry it up. Very well, Miss Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honour, as Miss Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. Hello, Tanoki, my friend. How's it going? Hoyle. I do hope you're well. How's it going? But what? Miss Star was a detective? Aha! I know who you are. Cough up. Cough up, Queen Angel Star, Your Honour. Long time no see. Very well, you may continue the description, Miss Star. Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. I'm doing well, thank you. Just a bit, like, from work. What you been up to, bud? The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor's spaces, yes. The crime took place by a car in the back of A block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with a knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and the arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honour. Okay. Tis existing? Oh, I do hope you could do more than tis exist, my friend. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honour. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright? I can't agree in principle, Your Honour. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honour. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they may have remaining? If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Star. Wait, are they talking about me? Damn, we're getting bullied here. Ah, yeah, there's massive hype around that, isn't there? Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. Yeah, it is definitely a suspect name, Savage. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective instincts working. Perfect. Then for a wire fence saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend? How touching. As you can see, there is no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. Hey, Cakey Dumpy Gang, how's it going? How was, So what's like the name of the game? Beasts of Reincarnation or something like that? How was that game? I wasn't able to watch much of it because work really kind of was work. But I do hope you will, Kiki Dumpy Gang Gang. Just give me a moment, I just want to check something. Okay. I've heard some mixed things about that game, so I'm really curious to know your opinion on it. Because some people seem to like it, some people are like, eh. So I'm definitely curious to know your thoughts on it. But yeah, had constant audio issues throughout your streams. You ended earlier than you usually would. That fucking sucks. I didn't really notice anything in particular, like when you were playing Farm Together. So was it something that's started happening with that, with Beast of Reincarnation? So how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a fresh wound, Mr. Wright. I understood that reference. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Witness's account. Oh, it's on a tinny. Okay. That's weird. Wonder how that happened with a specific game. Let's go press this lady. Hold it. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired. And then my mic started crackling now and then just gave because tech issues make you mad. And then around those friends with tech stuff, she just gave up. I completely get that. Like, nothing fucks me off more than tech issues. Especially when things are, like, working before. And then suddenly, bam, it just doesn't fucking work. Like, how does that happen? Like, how does that happen? I just don't know. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. But yeah, Cake, I do hope the next stream that doesn't happen again. Because yeah, maybe it's just something about that game just kicked that off. Because I've never had, I've never noticed audio issues when watching you. Like maybe there'd be times that the audio's too loud or whatever like that. And it just gets turned down or vice versa. But that's about it. Yeah, fingers crossed. Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr. Hold it. This boyfriend, he's a detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard. That boyfriend? You have several? Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. I'll stick with the lunch, thanks. Note to self, the judge had to think before applying. The security guard room is in the lot in A block. It is, yeah. It absolutely is. It kind of reminds me of something that... Oh, speaking of tech issues, one thing I fucking hate is when you have tech issues but nobody tells you about it. So, I don't know how many people knew this, but like there's the longest time when I was streaming I actually had an audio delay on my mic. So like, something would happen on stream and my mic would be like delayed by like a second or two after. It wasn't until Elden Ring that people pointed it out, and I had that apparently for a long time, and people like, oh yeah, that's always been a thing, and it's like, are you people fucking serious? Why didn't you tell me? Because that, oh my god, that is something that I could lose friendships over. It makes me so mad, and there's like literally a clear issue of the stream and nobody says anything. Like, oh my gosh, I could literally like punch people out for that. So to know that all the, like every stream I did up until Elden Ring had like a fucking audio delay really pisses me off. Yeah, for sure, yeah. Like I remember like actually being audibly pissed off at chat when I was told that. Your mic's delayed by 1 minute right now. Hawks, I'm gonna come over and beat your ass. Oh, bless us, yeah. Good old Carney. Bless his little socks. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there. That'd be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Hawks, did you know that every time you stream, your mic is delayed by like 10 minutes? We all noticed that, but just being polite to you. Later, Savage. If you are heading off, my friend. Had to apologize to Lakes and News being an ass. Oh, cakey. I get that though. And I completely understand you. It is frustrating. Especially, you just want to relax, have a good stream, enjoy like, you know, a chill time. And then, you know, you gotta cut it short because like shit's has not been, you know, resolving. It sucks. Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. No worries. What did you eat? Enjoy your luck, Savage. Try to get some rest, my friend. So when she was in B block, so she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. You sensed something, so you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? It felt like, how would you say? Oh yes, it was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. I have no idea what that means. Speaking of detective's instincts, wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese. Young cheese. A pale white cheese, not yet tangy, with experience on the streets. A greenhorn. I, of course, am hard-yellowed sharp as a tack. I bet you stink. Oh my god, Emma. I bet you stink too. God damn. Holy fuck.
Nice throw!
Nice throw. By 10 minutes, time you caught that bug, it was supposed to be delayed by 100 minutes. 100 minutes. That'd be quite the audio delay on stream, wouldn't it? In any case, there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. By garish car, you mean... By a whole 100 meters, that is true. I'm only 100 meters away from Hawks. I'm approaching his destination right now. Miss Edgeworth's car, yes. Mr. Edgeworth's? Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed with is also Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it? Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you're sure it was the defendant? I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always complain. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you're a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside and outside and chewy on the inside. That was inspiring. I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism. I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. A photograph? You took this? The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. I suppose that's more exciting than just handing it around your neck. This is my first time seeing this photograph. You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs. Well, this is most certainly the defendant. Uh-oh, that is unmistakably Lana Skye. So what was the defendant doing at the time? The chief prosecutor is holding a knife in her right hand. Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 10 centimeters long. Is that right, Miss Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all. Yes, that's about right. Prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it's easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. You can't testify to her ability to kill an egg. I mean a person. Phoenix is coming out with some mophisms right now, like I'd be saying shit like that. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor. So the defendant was holding a knife. What then? Okay. Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point. Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes, the next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. You said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. Well, what do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having a panicky next to me makes me calmer. But don't smile like that. Okay, so I think it's the one with the right hand. Yeah, I think it's this. Objection! And do you witness this? You saw Miss Guy stab the victim with a knife? As I've already said, yes. I swear on my finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure that is a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. And let's be a little more careful with our evidence, shall we? It is you that needs to be more careful, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. How can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stain on Chief Prosecutor's coat? It's a black and white photograph. Ah, yes, it's hard to tell, but that could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you. Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse? You got a better idea? Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony, namely that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. A premeditated murder? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in the photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. Damn. She didn't make it easy on us. These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder, a serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. The murder is planned. The rubber gloves prove it. Okay. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like her driving gloves? The gloves were omitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned as a premeditated crime. Okay. Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr. This is bad. She's got them thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show that this wasn't a premeditated. Okay. So I know she had that cut in her hand. Is that what I gotta do? Traces of victims' gloves, no blood, no prints. Maybe the case of the fact the car has to... Yeah, because then it's a lot of 512, so what would she have done if the car wasn't there? Hello, Michael. Yes, comic books. You been reading any good ones? I think it's this. Objection! Oh no, I got the wrong bit. Yeah, okay. The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. Nah. I thought it was because of the fact that she used his car. Because how to be premeditated then? Okay. We got a thing here, that's fine. Objection. No? Really? I'm pretty sure it's the card that proves it's not premeditated, because, you know. No. What the... What proves it wasn't premeditated? I'm so sure it's the fucking car. Is it this? No. Okay, I have to look this up before. Oh, nice. Which ones have you been reading? Oh my god, I thought a little too far ahead, yeah. Yeah, no. You actually have to present the knife. So knife, because it was used in the car, used from the car, that proves it wasn't premeditated. Yeah, I thought a little too far. Like, I was on the right track, but yeah. Objection. Oh, nice. Are you enjoying it, Michael? Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Miss Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. What of this case? The bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there. The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? Mommy, our prosecutors bad people. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon. Oh. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Get fucked. It's been pretty good, made by a few people, 6 female screen issues. Fuck yeah. I'm glad you're enjoying it. What's it about, roughly? Great, now the tide is turning in our favour. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. Or not. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? Hello, mid. I'll stretch my legs. I shall do that. I need to get myself another drink anyway. I do hope you're well. I do hope you're well. Give me a bit. I'm back. Got some milk. Oh, yay! How did the gym go? Any good PBs? This is a guy named Jack. He has a condition he can't feel pain. If he used for the comics, his plays his wife and daughter murders. He comes to hardcore heads, track down, get revenge on the killers. Fuck yeah. That sounds good. Michael. Glad you're enjoying it as well. I hope you weren't deluding yourself to thinking the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole into the whole premeditated theory. Bah. The prosecution could care less if it's premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution needs proof, nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now, but you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If she wasn't, then why would she have been wearing... I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now? Okay. Lana Skye intends to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. That's bullshit, because I think there's only one stab wound. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it? So if I order pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? In any case, defense may now cross-examine the witness. Okay. Yeah, in about 20 minutes I'll call it to play some BO3 of Hawks. You said that, but you haven't told us how you know. That's what I'm about to tell you, rookie. I believe what she just said was a mere prelude to the story she's about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again. Rookie? Never interrupt the storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked. Something's half-baked here, alright, and it's you. Try not to confuse the defense witness, though not very quick on their feet. Now, why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim? Her actions speak for themselves. You have no proof that Miss Skye called him there. You have no proof that she didn't. Mr. Edgeworth, thoughts? There is no record of a call made in defendant Miss Lana Skye's phone. She might have written him a letter. Come on, you could have tried the public phone first at least. Yeah. Like really, dude? In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered. Boy, he did. I'm sure he had a reason to be there. Witness, why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim that day? What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge. Rookie? I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside? How am I supposed to know? See? We agree there is a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox of pretzels. Don't you agree? I get it. That's why my lunch was so salty. This judge isn't very good with metaphors. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this? It's simple. Yes, it's bullshit because I think the knife only went in once. A human machine? That's a contradiction. Come on, dude. Please. Can't you find fault with something of substance, Mr. Wright? Notes to self. Miss Edgeworth's sighs smell like citrus fruit. You say again and again. How many times did she stab him exactly? We often say chop into 1,000 pieces. We don't actually mean 1,000 pieces. What difference does it make if the deed is done? How come she's getting mad at me? Let's just say she stabbed him several times and leave it at that. Leave it at that. This is a murder case, people. Mr. Wright should speak up if you have an objection, you know. Miss Starr has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off. The short wick burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact. I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick would burn longer. Obviously, more scientific testing is required. Right, also that's a really good point, Phoenix. Shit. Yeah, so it's the autopsy report. Only stabbed once. One knife wound, yeah. Objection. You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star. Well, what do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this. But have a look. The autopsy report states the death was due to loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha! You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. What a hunk. He's my hero, really. What about my objection? No one noticed? Well, witness? You got the crime scene set, right? Oh, thanks. I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood, but now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. How's it going, GD? Yep. An angle. I do hope you're well, bud. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Her red muffler? Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck, so she can be easily hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose. She's right. Miss Skye was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But wait, isn't it odd that you mistook that for splattered blood? Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib. Who the fuck does that? A judge with a bib. That's why this place feels so much like it feels so much like kindergarten sometimes. Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. However, the autopsy report is clear in this matter. There was only one knife wound. Apparently, Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony. Mr. Wright, this is our chance. Chance for what, I wonder? Miss Starr has turned out to be a short-tempered... Okay. Right. Wait. Red muffler like blood to you. She wasn't wearing one here, was she? Okay. Objection. Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? Holy shit, that's a lot of text, GD, hold on. Did you hear of that story where a man got confused with a criminal online because they missed one underscore, and that innocent man spent 18 months in jail and his life is ruined now because of the crimes he got convicted of? It's that terrible. His name has been cleared legally, but he has to move and leave everyone behind as everyone now still thinks he did the crime, even though his name was cleared legally. This is why I am completely against the death penalty as well, which is why, like, obviously that wasn't what happened to him, but, like, the legal system is still, like, fucked. And loads of stuff like that do still happen. There's still lots of innocent convictions that can happen. But that is terrible, GD. That's really unfortunate. That's so stupid they just didn't check for that. The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself. With this photograph. Huh? But that can't be. Only a true professional could be so clueless. I'm sure you make a good lunch lady, have no fear. Harsh words, but good. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection? Chopped liver? But it was there, a scarf. No, not that, but something red, really. Well, now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude. Now back to business. Well, what? Very well, witness. Continue testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. He sort of is in a way, but, like, the thing is, though, it's just more like, obviously, the witness is kind of just bullshitting her way, because she's obviously very biased against prosecution. She's kind of just bullshitting the testimony a bit. So Edgeworth's is kind of like making the point of like, okay, although this is bullshit testimony, it doesn't change the fact that, like, you know, we believe that the defendant was guilty anyway because, you know, XYZ sort of thing. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. The most important part, the part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Apprehending the suspect. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind the petition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Yes, when I arrested her, she had mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. Oh, was he? Wouldn't surprise me, honestly. You're quite determined about the scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is kind of like a snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Note to self, Attorney Wright gets bitten by snake. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside and kicked over an oil drum. Oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, that one. A leopard woman. Whoa. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. But yeah, he probably would have been an edgy teenager being raised by Von Karma, essentially. Let's press the fuck out of her. So where is this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? I quickly caught her, explained her rights. Yeah, I did that. Exactly, yeah. Good old Edgeworth, the edgy poos. You say quickly, were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her for even more details. Press her. I'd like to see this on the floor plans just to be safe. The Lunchland car was... She was a visitor, thus she was parked on B block. So you witnessed the murder from here? That'd make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Amazing, the cuff-up queen, lunch lady athlete indeed. It would have taken her a little time to climb over a fence, so she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high too. How come Miss Sky didn't get away? Good point. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. Okay. She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remembered exactly, I'd have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Just that one word. So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else? Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? You mean the cell phone? By phone, do you mean the cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory... It's like a salmon, heading upstream, you see. No, the court doesn't see Miss Starr. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently it was out of order, and so she used her cell phone. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should, of course, add this to your testimony. The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. Okay. She gave up trying to use the phone on the wall and just use her cell phone. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Aha! I was going to ask the same thing. I only say this one time, so listen. Give me a second. Oh my god, my nose is itchy. So listen close, rookie. Rookies, even. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind a partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. And during that time, you climbed over the chain link fence. And when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this. What is it, Mr. Wright? Okay. She made her escape. Can you be more specific? She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard on a plate of foie gras. I don't know how you pronounce that. Huh? She even kicked over an oil drum at me. An oil drum? There was an oil drum lying on its side at the scene of the crime. But it's strange. What's that? If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way? The car entrance. But that's right. It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums. Excellent, more mysteries. I wish we could solve a few before finding more though. So Miss Skye tried to run. I'm sorry my sister's so suspicious, Mr. Wright. Not as sorry as I am. But she didn't do it, you have to believe me. Is there a way to check the call history? Word muffler. Oh wait, yeah, how would she see because of the Also, just in case I do... Oh, wait, no, it's fine, actually. Objection! I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Skye. The witness is a former detective. Her testimonies are marred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought that you'd be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Ahem, let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you can't possibly have seen Miss Skye making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. The emergency phone on the back side of this petition. If indeed you're in B block, you can have seen it. I'll get fucked. Objection! Hello, Moon. How's it going? What you been up to, buddy? Order, order. What's the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about... what she saw, where she saw it, the order of events. Maybe where? I actually don't know. Hold on, let me save. Nice! What did you think of it, Moon? Yeah, the OST is so fucking good in this, isn't it? I liked Festival of Blood. It was pretty fun. Nice little chill, thing. Right, we'll get to a good point here, then we're going to call it, because I don't want to play with Hawks. Where she saw it. I double check if he's still good, though. Just in case he's passed out of sleep, SMH Hawks. There we go. Okay, I think it's where she saw it. She tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. It would be pointless for her to lie about it. Pointless to lie? I see. The witness did actually see Miss Skye using the emergency phone. In other words, Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. The place where Miss Starr witnessed crime was here. Security room. This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room. Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second level so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime in the back of the petition is here. I remember in your testimony you said, you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr? How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think the tables could be turned. Today a man has got the better of Angel Starr. Order, order, witness. What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty would be punished, and I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. Hey Henry, my friend, how's it going? I do hope you've been well. My god, when's the last time? The last time I think I saw you, like, streaming Elden Ring or something. And that was ages ago. I do hope you're well. Yeah, this chapter's fucking sick. Oh my god, there's amazing twists in this one. What you been up to, buddy? You still got your chickens and stuff? Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make sense. Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands. Still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, what? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. Perjury? Something like that. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. Still got the chickens, and now you're the egg seller of the whole street. Fuck yeah. Do lend me some eggs. You can't beat like fresh eggs. Me and Wright are no longer together. Lots of things have happened. They still stream though on occasion. Not very often though, because they've moved out. It's okay. No. It's not like a bad thing to talk about. It's completely fine. But yeah, no worries at all on that. But yeah, it's been good otherwise. You know, we're like on friendly terms. We co-parent together and stuff like that. Like, we just don't live together anymore. Just played a demo of a game called Freaking Gamers. What's this game about, Tanoki? It's about gamers. Fresh eggs are excellent. They should have eggs. Exactly, yeah. Fresh eggs, you cannot beat them. Oh my god. There's such a difference when you get like a mass-produced egg and like a and a fresh like farm egg, you know. You could maybe try the demo of Damn, GD's still on that, huh? Beat 'em up, made by Brazilian YouTuber. Fuck yeah. Are you beating up gamers? How goes the big hunt of Ari? It goes well. I've got over like 35 masteries now. I got like a badge for like doing a bunch of Wii games because they had like a big Wii event. But yeah, I've just been doing this game, so that's been really fun. Yeah, how's Elden Ring DLCs going? I know that DLC is supposed to be like really hard, Henry. How are you finding it? Distance to crime. It changes distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. Wright. But one look at the floor plans is quite clear. I actually didn't know, shit. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take for her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Skye? Well, witness? You. Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? The quality of our lunches has gone down from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. Yeah, you're the second person that said that now, Tanoki. I like them as well. I think Spud was the first one to say that. I do like Onigiri. That's why I had to go through the visitors parking in B block. That's quite a detour. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. For 5 minutes? Quite have been stuck in the same 3 bosses for a bit now, but you're loving it. I do love that for you. I love that for you, Henry. It's good to have like a really good challenge, isn't it? Hopefully I'll be able to catch your streams again. The demo's a literal proof of concept. It's going to be an interesting game. So what do you mean like a literal proof of concept? Like it's just like there's like really basic bare bones stuff. Yep. Jelly donuts. Oh my god, fucking jelly donuts. I remember I was like watching Pokemon, the little one. And that episode came on, and I literally was just I was like, no, kiddo, it's not jelly donuts, it's onigiri. It's like, she's gotta learn the proper stuff. Can't be thinking jelly donuts like that. Yeah, I'm really glad you're enjoying it, Henry. And this changes things considerably, but it was that woman over there in the defender's chair who stabbed them. I know it, I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork. You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely. Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? Objection! 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the rest. Think about it. You could have made pasta in that amount of time, if you like it al dente. Or al dente. Don't know how you say that. I've got a lunchboxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange. If you were a criminal, what would you do in 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey, don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. Oh, wow. But you have the instincts for killer. You would run. But this time was different. Give me a minute, Hawks. I'll get to a point where I finish off, because I don't think Miss Star's going to be in the witness stand. So when she's off the witness stand, I'm going to save and call it. And then we could do some veterans. Miss Skye adored at the scene of the crime. She even had a picture taken. No true criminal that's that way. It's inconceivable. I prefer mine a lot more softer, Moon. Well then, she's come to the end of this testimony. She has a grudge against the defendant and there is a blank in her testimony. Miss Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go? Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness in the can of professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. That was too close. I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned. Okay, we'll get to the next day and then I'll save it. Wait, what? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist off on me. I prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. But what was that? Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr. Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Woohoo! A triple-decker? Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Okay, we're going to call it because we're going to be here for ages otherwise. Da 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 da. Right now, I think it's Angel's boyfriend. Probably is, honestly. But yeah, I prefer softer pasta. Moon, what's your favorite pasta shape? Is it bribing a judge because of the crime? Not in this fucking game series, it isn't, apparently. That was an extra. This was an extra chapter made for the. Yes, you're correct. Because the GBA version did not have this chapter. Because when you play the fourth case, you get like the whole ending, don't you? With Maya leaving and all that. But they added this case for the DS, and it's really good because you get like the cool little DS functionality as well. And yeah, this case has really got some really tricky bits in it. I think this case even has a part in it where I think you can fail it or something like that if you use like a particular piece of evidence when you're not supposed to or something like that, if I recall. So it's quite interesting like that. But yeah, bribing is also a crime in general. Yeah. Am I mistaking that for the last case in the second game? There's a trap in the case. Yes, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that bit. I can't remember. Did the second game have that as well with the final case? I know there's a bit you can fuck up with that, if I recall. Absolutely not. I'm going to be playing with Hawks now, and Hawks is fun to play with, so I'm going to play with him. Right, I'm going to see you folks around. Let's see who we can raid off to. Yeah, I do apologize for the short stream, but it's like, well, I fucked up. It's a hard choice. Yes, you're right. I remember now. Yeah, I fucked up. But I'm glad because I'm not going to be able to stream on Saturday because I'm going to be going to a convention. So I want to do a little bit of this when I can. I might be able to try do more of this like on a donut stream maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see who's online to raid off to. I think we're raid Shay. We don't tend to get to raid her very often. Because usually I don't stream on the day she's streaming. So let's go and raid her. It's been lovely to see you, Henry. I'm so glad to see you around, bud, that you're still kicking about and stuff. You're still up to no good. Say hi to the chickens for me. Yes, I'll see you folks tomorrow with more Dragon Quest 2. Take care and bye-byes.